Lieutenant Colonel Michael Waltz is a military veteran and author of Warrior Diplomat, a Green Beret's battles from Washington to Afghanistan. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks so much.
You're one of the few people in the world I know who has actually been in the Situation Room and can probably talk about what's been happening there.
Yeah.
Is this whole terror atmosphere the new normal for us?
Well, in many ways, yes, unfortunately, in the sense that I firmly believe and have participated in, we're 15 years into what will likely be a multi-generational global war against the ideology of Islamic extremism. I make a lot of analogies and comparisons to the 70, 80-year effort that we faced against the ideology of communism. It's easy to bomb a tank or a pickup truck or what have you. Much more difficult to bomb an idea.
Well, and there
right?
are also no war zones right now. I mean,
right.
that's an issue that I'm having a very hard time explaining to my children, but
Sure.
that's another story. Now, let's talk about the presidential candidates. Hillary Clinton has called for more information sharing. She has said we need more tougher diplomacy, as we heard earlier. Donald Trump says he would ask Congress to declare war. Do you think that they are being specific enough? No one's talking boots on the ground. No one's talking airstrikes. Do we need to demand more from them?
Well, I would like to see more detailed plans from both candidates. From Hillary Clinton, what is she going to do different than her predecessor, Barack Obama, who I think has essentially told the world that the United States is leaving the Middle East and constantly talks of withdrawal, whether it's Iraq, Afghanistan, what have you. I do agree that we are at war, as Mr. Trump mentioned, but that's been about the extent of what we've heard from him. Why isn't Baghdadi captured or killed? Why is he still inspiring these types of lone wolf attacks? And what are we going to do in the long term, as I keep mentioning, to undermine this ideology?
Does that mean that we can expect more Nice-style attacks here in the U.S.? And do you think that it's really realistic that we can defend all soft targets? It's
right.
not possible.
So yes, I do think we are going to see more and more attacks. Europe is a much easier target than the United States for a number of reasons because of its Muslim population and relatively open borders. I unfortunately do think it's going to happen eventually in the United States. But again and again, why aren't the groups like the Shining Path and the Red Brigades of the communist era still around? They're not, because communism was completely discredited.
As an idea.
As an idea, right? And until we discredit the idea, and that's through soft power and hard power of Islamic extremism, we're going to continue to see these types of threats.
Lieutenant Colonel Michael Waltz, military veteran, author of Warrior Diplomat. Thank you so much for joining us.